The first charges are expected tomorrow in the special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into Russian influence in our election. At this point, we don't know who's being charged, what they're being charged with, and how it may or may not relate to the election or the Trump campaign. The indictment was handed down but sealed by a federal judge. Now, some have speculated the target could be former Trump campaign manager Paul Manafort, former Trump National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, or the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. The president was on Twitter today talking about the Russia investigation, referring to it as the, quote, phony Trump-Russia collusion, which doesn't exist. The Dems are using this terrible and bad for our country witch hunt for evil politics. The president also mentioned how Republicans are united in investigating the fake Trump dossier paid for by the Democrats and the Clinton campaign. Now, while all this is going on, NBC has a new poll out showing the president's approval ratings at their lowest mark of his presidency at now 38%. So we wondered how this number compared to other presidents at the same point of their presidencies. The American Presidency Project has been tracking this stuff since FDR. Here's what we found today. President Trump, they actually have him lower at 36%. They have Obama at 55%, George W. Bush, 88% at this point of his presidency, and President Ronald Reagan at 54%. So what exactly is the significance of this number? Joining us to get some perspective is Daniel Franklin, who teaches poli-sci at Georgia State. And great to have you with us, Doctor. Let me start first with that number, 38%. Is there a significance to it? What does it mean?
Well, it's hard to know. In general, in the past, you would say that 38% would be a disastrous number for the president. But right now, the situation may be that we are so polarized as a country that that 38% really, which is all Republicans, translates into about 60% of the Republican Party. There's not, I would suspect that the indictments will do nothing to change those numbers.
Do members of Congress look at the president's approval numbers and then decide how to vote for things? Or do they vote for things based upon what they actually believe? As you can see, I'm a little skeptical of politicians.
By and large, if you want to know what the #1 predictor of congressional voting is, it's party. And so if the party leadership recommends it, they vote for it because they know that if they go against the party leadership, there are prices to pay within the context of Congress. Not only that, but also they're going to invite a primary challenge.
Well, Professor, appreciate you staying up late with us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much.